this is what I wanted to show you today. I think it'll be super funny. This is a guy, his name is Morpars. He has a very funny voice. And I just think that as two guys who really like animals and dumb animal trivia and who suffered through several years of biology in college, we could get somewhat of a kick out of this. In a different vein to the absolute awful shark video I tormented you through with last time. I think this one should be a little more lighthearted, a little more interesting. And hopefully we learn something new or get reminded of things we wish we forgot.
Yay.
Don't you contain
Love
the excitement.
learning after work.
Yeah, dude, right?
Love learning after work.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, and we didn't even have to go into debt for this. This time. Looks at camera.
Let's not talk about it.
looks at
Let's not talk about it.
looks at American educational system in the eyes. Anyway.
That isn't a tree. It's a fucking bird.
Oh shit.
Introducing
Skyrim
the tawny
reference.
frogmouth, a species of bird found in the land down under, and Australia's very own
I love that they
avian
gave
equivalent
bird here.
of a maxed out Skyrim stealth build.
It's cute looking, I'll
Now,
give it
you
that.
may be thinking to yourself, well, it can't be that stealthy. I
I'm
can
sure
see
it's
it.
from Australia.
Yeah, you can. You can
It's
see
probably
that
poisonous,
one.
right?
Did
It's
you
got a
see the
gun.
one right fucking next to it? Now, the important question is, why the fuck do these things have predator camo? Well, there's two reasons. First of all being, it's fucking
Yeah,
Australia.
you see where it lives?
So these
True.
bad boys are
That's true.
primarily nocturnal, staying on the move during the night and dive bombing unaware insects to meet their bulking goals. However, that means that during the day, they sleep. And in a country where at any point you can be bitten, mauled, stung, or fucking drop kicked to death,
Dude, the ruse
laying
will get
down
you.
in the wrong spot can turn a short nap into the forever sleep. So, in order to prevent themselves from becoming an item on a snake's KFC order, these tactical chickens evolved a ghillie suit to basically allow them to fucking disappear. Being practically
I love
invisible
how
allows
angry
them
they
to
look.
unlock their
They always look like they're looking
passive.
directly at the camera and they're pissed
DoorDash.
about it.
That one looks like it's
You
done
see,
at life.
these guys are so fucking good at cosplaying a stick that not only do predators mistake them for Groot, but
was
so
funny.
does their prey.
You don't
And
get that
so,
joke, I'll
whenever
explain
they
it
take
later.
A nap, they just leave their mouths open a little bit. And whenever some poor ant just tries to walk his way to work, he instead DoorDashes himself directly into its fucking mouth.
No.
Yay.
To answer...
Birds.
hilarious. This guy, I love this guy's voice. He is hilarious. I like Australian people. They sound funny, and it makes my brain tickle. But the reason I was laughing so hard, I wonder if I could find the picture. Where's the picture? I gotta look for it. When he's talking about predators. This guy, allegedly, I cannot stress you enough. Allegedly, this guy is one of the biggest live streamers on Twitch. His name was Dr. Disrespect. After he cheated on his wife like twice and got embarrassed, and he was playing up this character, it was alleged against him that he was messaging minors underage under his Twitch account as but he's 40. His name's Guy something. And it just I remember following this live when it was happening because I already didn't like him because he cheated on his wife, and that doesn't fly with me. But I never met the guy, so I'm not gonna say anything.
enough.
But I do draw the line at granted, allegedly. I don't want to get sued, but the evidence, he lost this huge contract. It was this big lawsuit. Now he streams on a different website, and no one ever went to jail or anything. And I was like, I don't like the way this whole situation is. I'm just gonna continue on. But I didn't expect his face in the funny bird video, and that's why it got me. Dude,
Fair enough.
it's like the guy said, right? Australia, full of predators. There's just an asterisk on that one.
I want you to imagine you're cave diving. You turn a corner and
Already
see a
making a
spider
mistake.
web the size of the fucking wall.
Horrifying.
I regret to inform you that no, this is not fake. This is an actual photo from the inside of a cave on the Greek-Albanian border, where
Oh, not
scientists
Australia.
have discovered the world's largest spider web. located in a portion of the cave crammed to the brim with sulfur that has quite literally never seen the light of God. This wall of white sticky stuff spans 1,100 square fucking feet. That is the size of a 2-bedroom fucking house.
That's
However,
ridiculous.
finding the average
What do you think the
Australian
mortgage is on
home
that?
on the wall of a cave at Y11 brings up a far scarier question. What the fuck built it? Well, to the relief of many, no, we did not discover a giant spider lair. Nor is this the result of
my
a
heart.
single spider with creative mode and world edit. No, it's far fucking worse. Because this web is the arachnid equivalent of getting the boys on for a 2-week Minecraft phase.
Oh, is it like a billion spiders?
Because this
It
web
has to
is
be.
a collaborative effort. It was built by 111,000 fucking spiders.
That's
I want you to imagine.
Spiders.
why is he touching it? I don't like that he's touching it. That's horrifying. Bro, imagine you touch it, your hand goes through it, and 111,000 spiders run up your arm. I'd shoot myself in the head.
Bro.
I didn't. Right there, it's over, done. Wrapped it up. No more career, donezo. Nope. This is why we studied fish. It's, at least if something happens underwater, you just die. It's done. It's quick. You don't get jumped by 111,000 spiders. Dude, is that what happens in Greece? There's the unemployment's like 20%, so that the spiders have to take up working, and they make the 2-bedroom house nest.
I don't even want to think about it, dude.
I'm getting upset thinking about it. I'm sweating. I don't like I'm gonna be in bed tonight, and I'm gonna feel like the tickle of lint, and I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Well, don't they say you eat like you consume like X amount of spiders in your sleep? Like,
I'm
during your lifetime?
99% sure that's a wife's tale, but I am horrified at the reality that might be true. I really hope it
I'm
is.
sure to an extent it might be.
I mean, hope maybe like one, but I'm definitely not hoping for more than one ever. Because obviously you see
Probably accidentally
yeah.
eaten a spider just by walking into it like a web, like
Yeah.
hiking or something.
Well, I mean, medically speaking too, right? I mean, I don't see it at the nursing home that much, but I do see a lot in like hospitals and stuff. I wish Ada actually were here; she could tell if she saw it. But you see stuff of like people getting like cockroaches stuck in their ear, or like spiders stuck in their ear, or like earwigs. Funnily enough, pincher bugs. That's awful. I can't do that. I don't like bugs. I like fish and some birds. I can't do bugs. I really don't like bugs.
Dude, yeah, bugs don't like super bother me actually. Like I'm not really afraid of spiders. If there were that many spiders, I'd probably want to use a flamethrower on my skin.
Don't get me wrong. If there was like when I go to
story.
if you go to the zoo or something, you see a spider in a glass cage, like, ooh, that's kind of spooky. That's crazy, haha. If there were 111,000 of them when I opened my bedroom door, different, different.
Yeah. There.
This pond is hiding something
Ooh, water.
scary.
I'm a big fan.
No, not that.
We're
It's
both
worse.
gainfully
You see,
employed.
these are cranberries, a small red fruit
Oh
used
no,
in juice.
this is another
sauce,
spider
and
one.
I know exactly where this is
Oh,
going.
no.
Yeah, spiders.
We live on the East
They
Coast.
released them intentionally.
Grow in luscious
They released it
green
intentionally. I believe
fields.
it's wolf
Cranberries?
spiders.
Yeah, it's
cranberries grow on a
pest control
swamp.
without using chemicals.
However,
Yeah,
sharing
I
a
believe it's wolf
postcode
spiders.
with Shrek doesn't exempt cranberries from pest control issues. But rather than dumping enough toxic chemicals on the cranberry bog to qualify it as a League of Legends lobby,
The scariest part is that the cranberry bogs
cranberry
look so cool
farmers
when they're flooded
decided
and
to
you're
use
driving by
a
them on the East Coast.
more interesting
Being in them,
form
they
of
do.
pest
Very
control.
different.
Fucking wolf spiders.
Yes, I was right.
That's
It's wolf
right.
spiders,
In order
yeah.
to prevent
'Cause they're not
a
venomous.
horde of bugs from devouring these innocent cranberries,
They're
our
still not
brave
the
hell
nicest.
spiders are deployed to the field to protect against the horde. Which works great. Until they flood the fields to harvest the cranberries, at which point the highly venomous wolf spiders
Oh, I was wrong. They're very
start
venomous.
to look for the closest high point. And if you're
Oh, I'm
picking
thinking
the
wood
berries,
spiders.
that's you. This pond is
Dude, this guy's
hiding
editing is
something
funny.
scary.
This guy's editing is funny. I love this
No,
shit.
it is.
But dude, yeah, wolf spiders are fucking scary, dude. They're big too. They're big suckers. I see. I always mix up wood
trust
spiders
me,
and wolf spiders, but
Run-ins with
dude, we have a friend in real life who lived in a place with a lot of cranberry bogs, and I remember in college he told us this, and I didn't believe him. I had to look it up, and I was like, that is horrifying.
I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, I thought he was jerking our chain. I was like, aha, very funny. It's just cranberries. Like, get over it. You float, and then you put them in a big scoop or whatever. He's like, nah, man, spiders. And I was like, you're messing with me. He's like, nah, it's real. I checked, and it was fucking real, dude. You know they pay a lot of money to be a cranberry bog scooper or whatever the official job title is. I wouldn't do it. The fact that you could just be walking through cranberries and then all of a sudden there's 6 gerbil-sized spiders on your face. Uh-oh. You're gonna hear me make some not manly noises. I'll admit that. I'm a man enough to admit that.
This shrimp has a gun.
Pistol shrimp.
No, this isn't a Fortnite skin. This is a real f***ing animal.
Yeah, dude, with
it's
the
called
the
the
pistol
pistol
shrimp.
shrimp. Now, unsurprisingly, being named after a firearm, of course it's f***ing native to the United States
This
of
is
America.
the one that clicks with the. It has the cavitation
you were
bubble,
gonna
right?
find
Because it
it.
clicks so
However,
fast.
they can actually be
basically,
found
yeah.
expressing their Second Amendment
It, like,
rights
cooks
over
you.
the
It's so
majority
hot.
of the globe too. Now, coming in at a huge
Yeah.
2 inches, it is not the size of his body that makes him special, but the caliber
I mean, 2 inches.
of the
That's
Hey, I'm just putting. Hey guys, that's more than enough. Am I right, guys? Am I right? That's like, if anything, that's too much. Frankly, right?
It's a matter of how you pool.
Right?
It's a matter of how you pool.
Crickets echo in the background.
Shrimp.
big iron on his hip. Or should I say big claw?
Why?
You
Why?
see, that
Oh,
oversized
that was a blue
right
crab.
That
picture
hurt
is
like
just
hell,
as
yeah.
if you
That was a blue crab. They'll take
switch
the nipple
hands
off.
while doing homework.
I know. Fuck.
No, mate, that claw is basically fucking Mega Man's arm cannon. But last I checked, they
Actually,
can't
it's called a
call
Mega
it an
Buster?
ammo resupply under the sea. So how does the claw become a gun? The answer is bubble.
It clicks so
You
fast.
see,
it creates
these
a
bad
cavitation
boys
bubble.
hunt smaller shrimp. And they start that hunt by jumping off the f***ing battle bus and looking for prey. Once they get within effective range, they will
think there might be
literally
some
cock
inaccuracies
their
here.
claw
Creative
like the
liberty.
hammer on a revolver. Weapon ready, they
This part
line up
seems
the
accurate.
shot,
Yeah, give it a sniper.
take aim, and...
Counter-terrorists win.
They snap their claws together
a skunk shrimp, by the
so
way.
fucking fast, it causes an underwater vacuum, creating an explosive cavitation bubble
Yeah, dude.
hotter
Shout out
than
junior
the
year
surface of
in
the
vertebrate
sun.
zoology.
This bubble is then launched at the enemy
That's like a
at over
freshman
100k an hour. The bubble
Oh yeah, that was
then
so much
connects
better.
with the smaller
When I had
shrimp
like no knowledge of anything else at the time.
flashbangs it. This either kills it outright or stuns it long enough to be consumed. Poor little fucker got quickscoped by Faye Shrimp. This shrimp...
Dude, pistol shrimp. I sell pistol shrimp at work, funnily enough.
you?
Yeah. And the people who watch this, they're like, this guy works 87 jobs. This is true. I work 3, if you count this. But we get them imported from a country I can't disclose because I signed a contract. But we get them imported. I need to take them out of the bag really carefully, and then I put them in cups, and then I float the cups in a glass tank that's in the center of several other connected glass tanks. That way, if somehow they ever get out, they don't just start gunning down everything else in the invertebrate rack. Because I have, like, tanks of, like, cherry shrimp, skunk shrimp, like, Aptasia eating skunk shrimp, and they will
Literally
see-
anything this would
literally,
eat.
yeah, it's all invertebrates in one, so anemones, all that stuff. And so they will rock up, point the claw at, like, a shrimp, and just start blasting. But like if it's a clear glass, they don't know the glass is there. So you just hear this clicking, and you walk over, and he's like gunning the shrimp through the fucking reflective thing of the thing. And you're like, dude, I don't want to reach my hand in there because we also get mantis shrimp, And so the mantis shrimp I also need to do that for. And I'm terrified because they'll bust a finger, dude. Because it's the same principle. Instead of shooting, they punch so hard they create the bubble. And it's like getting hit with the surface of the sun. And I've had guys at that job, they don't work there anymore. My boss has told me that they have had to go to the ER because they've they broke like that top digit on your finger by where the nail is, because they catch one to the side of the finger when they're not expecting it. We get them small enough in that they don't bust the glass, but it's still scary and it hurts. Like, I've been zapped by electric catfish, and I fear those less when we get them in than when we get in the mantis and the pistol shrimp. And the pistol shrimp sell out like that. They sell out quick because they look cool, they are cool, and rich people love them. They'll pay a lot of money wholesale for fucking pistol shrimp, dude. And they're worth it. I think they're awesome looking.
Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens. But what was
the
actually
emu war?
causing it is so much funnier. This is a wallaby, the kangaroo's vertically challenged little cousin.
I'm following.
Now, to get a little more specific, this is a Bennett's wallaby, native to my home state of Tasmania. And that location is very important to the story. Tassie is home to a lot of things. Beautiful views, a seal with a felony record, and the nut.
I've heard about that.
One thing they tend to leave off the tourism brochures.
Hold on. Are we just going to gloss over the nut? What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea.
Hey, listen. If you're Australian and you're in the comments down below, please describe to me, in a way that does not get me banned, what the nut is. Because, I don't know. They don't teach you that one in school. I feel like that's an in-joke, and I'm scared.
It's drugs.
Okay.
Tasmania is the world's largest exporter of legal opium, the main ingredient in opioid painkillers like morphine, with this one tiny island producing 50% of global supply. Now, opium comes from poppy milk, and to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies.
That tracks.
And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state. However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you
I'm scared to see where this is going.
These fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security, which is why these same poppy farmers became extremely confused when f***ing crop circles showed up in the plant equivalent of a fucking Town Hall 9 Clash of Clans base. They were understandably absolutely fucking bewildered by this, and some people even thought it was aliens. So to figure out whether or not it was a Halo Elite drawing this shit, they set up some cameras, and what they saw was this little shit breaking into the field, eating the milk-filled buds, getting absolutely f***eyed, and then hopping in circles until he passed the f*** out. They thought the f***ing Covenant were invading, and it was a drink-driving wallaby.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
That's so stupid. It's the equivalent of like when a 14-year-old gets a hold of a bottle of liquor and you're like, oh, you rascal. And they're like, nah, we're going to eat 7 humans worth of fucking heroin and just fucking go crazy. And it's this cute little fucking loser. That's so funny.
But painful.
Dude, I can imagine. To imagine working at, like, the equivalent, like, for America, right? It'd be like a giant cannabis dispensary or something. And you walk in, and, like, a puppy has eaten, like, $3,000 worth of product. And you're like, how did you got through, like, 3 secure doors and, like, a guard. And you're like, how did you get in here? Why are you looking so adorable? Like, get the hell out of my... You've cost me, like, 2 months' salary. Dude, Australia, never change. Australia, never change. I've made jokes in the past, and I will continue to make jokes. Never change. I love this. Dude, if I didn't love life, I might visit there one day. I won't, because I do. Because we aren't even going to talk about the huntsman spiders. You know what, I'm detecting a lot of, there's, funnily enough, as we talk about it, a lot of spider-based issues with Australia. But those guys, the huntsman, or the camel spider, all that, too big, scary. They cause car accidents. I don't know if you ever heard about that. Huntsman spiders will like get into
No, I
people's.
have not.
They'll get into people's cars and stuff, and they're the kind of spider. They're like an ambush spider. They don't spin webs, so they'll hide in flat areas. You know, like your visor, your sun visor that you don't use all the time, until the day it's sunny and you put it down, and a Huntsman spider thumps into your lap while you're going 65 miles an hour on the highway. Hey, guess what happens? You fucking crash.
You freak out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I would die before the car hit something. I think I would die of shock because I would
To be
just
fair, it's a
end
valid
it.
crash out.
I
Literally,
would
valid crash out.
dude, they would wheel me into the hospital and they'd go, you know what? Sixth one this week, huh? And they'd put me in like the group of idiots who didn't check their sun visor. I could not survive in this state. Oh my god. I'm America pilled. It's a different country.
Australia just
I believe they
found
do
a
have states,
new
but-
shark. And of course, being from the land down
Ayo,
under,
sharks.
fucking
I'm
weird.
locked in, I'm locked in.
Introducing the brand new Western Australian lantern shark. As the
Albert-
name
oh, lantern
suggests,
shark.
discovered
Yeah,
by a
UWI.
team of scientists off the coast of Western Australia.
Yeah.
Now, as with the overwhelming majority of weird shit in the ocean,
blobfish.
the Ozempic shark here is found in
Love
the
it.
deep sea, sharing a postcode with the anglerfish, that one xenomorph shark,
Goblin.
and
Oh.
now, despite
Dude, what's the name of that thing? We learned about it. What's it called? I know it.
I used to probably, honestly, not anymore.
Dude, oh, that's gonna kill me, dude. They're scary looking because people play videos of them with like creepy music, but they're like, I think they're one of the, I think they're kind of jellyfish, right? Or they're like a hydrozoan, something like that. So I think it's like a colony organism.
I think you're right. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
though.
dude, can you tell that we graduated with a degree that didn't work, and then we haven't worked in the field in like 7 years? I kind of know stuff, guys.
7?
Trust me, I kind of know stuff.
I
my
kind of know things.
dude,
maybe
all my
a little
knowledge.
bit.
Don't get me wrong. For both of us, sharks are our favorite animal. I love new sharks. Sharks are awesome. But dude, yeah, it's like the ocean is a crazy place. It's nuts.
the word shark, making most people
Terrifying.
think of something
But
a
in a
little
great
closer
way.
in size to, I don't know, Bruce. Slenderman's fish sonar over
Bruce.
here only
Classic.
grows up to 30 centimeters. This little guy shares a weight class with a fucking foot long.
Dude, bold
But
of
I
you
mean,
to assume a
honestly,
foot long
I
is
still
actually 12
personally
inches
think 30
these days.
centimeters is way too big. He could
See, this guy's thinking like
just
me.
as good as the other sharks if he was, let's just say 3 inches. However, other than being built like a fishy USB cable and owning a property in rock bottom, what makes him so weird? Simple.
Glows, probably.
He fucking
Luminescence.
glows.
Yep.
Throwing flashback.
Wow. Who'd have thought?
Okay,
the
sorry,
lantern.
use
That's a great.
yeah, use the non-technical term.
Yeah, right. Glow. Oh,
Fine.
technically, it's symbiotic bioluminescence. Dude, who'd have thought a lantern shark glows? Absolutely insane.
But
wouldn't
fucking
have guessed
why? Well, you see, these bad boys are found in the twilight zone of the ocean, around
Good show.
1.2
watched
kilometers below the surface.
Well, it was,
A
60
place
years before our time, so.
fucking far down, it sees less sunlight
Yeah,
than
that doesn't
the
mean
inside of a gotcha addict's room. And so, lantern
Job-
sharks
job application
evolved
jump scare.
bioluminescence on their gills and fins in order to fucking communicate with one another. The glow is the evolutionary equivalent of a fucking indicator, showing that a literal abyss shark is more intelligent than your average
BMW driver. Yes, he said the joke. That's the first thing I thought. No, that's the first thing I thought. I'm glad, dude. No matter what country you are from, fuck BMW drivers, right? Am I right, guys? Fuck them. I hate BMW. They never fucking signal. Ever. Ever.
That's the biggest problem. They don't signal.
Dude, that's the thing. I was gonna say
Really is.
Yeah, I was gonna say BMW or I was gonna say Honda Civic. I'm glad I went with BMW. Me or him, dude. Hit me up. More powers, hit me up. We're funny. We're funny guys. Let's hang out. We'll talk shit about German engineering. No, but dude, lantern sharks are cool. I love the bioluminescence and the evolutionary thing because they're not a dangerous shark. They're just cool to look at. You see them on deep sea cameras, like deep sea camera live streams and stuff like that when they put out bait balls. They're super cool to look at. I think they're really dopey, and I love the dopey deep sea stuff. It's like with the blobfish. The blobfish looks really ugly on land because it's not meant to be on land, so it like gets crushed under its own weight. But underwater, the blobfish looks cool. anglerfish looks cool.
Yes,
Everything
absolutely.
everything in the Twilight Zone is freaky. Like anglerfish, like I remember, was it the anglerfish when they mate? The male anglerfish bites onto the female anglerfish and then fuses.
Basically, yep.
It fuses to the body wall and then shrinks into the size of like a parasite, and then that's where it stays for the rest of its life. And its only job is to basically, when the female wants to lay eggs, it just produces sperm internally, and then it lays fertilized eggs, and that's all the male does forever. And that's how they find it, because it's so statistically unlikely to find another anglerfish in the Twilight Zone that they're like, listen, we found each other once, we can't risk it. I'm literally gonna fuse to you, which is something out of a horror movie. Like that's xenomorph level shit, and it just happens in the ocean. Anglerfish, everything in the Twilight Zone is freaky. Sperm whales are down there. Sperm whales fighting like giant squids and shit. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Australia
cool,
just found a
crazy.
new show. There is a competition in America where they vote on the fattest bear. That's right, lads. Fuck the Super Bowl. I'm about to introduce you to the most important American sporting event of the year, Fat Bear Week.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've lived in America my whole life. I didn't know we did this. Are you familiar? Your neck of the woods. A lot of fat bears up where you are, and not the gay kind. Had to slip that one in. That was such a lame joke. That was such a lame joke. I'm gonna get canceled on Twitter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No.
I've heard of cocaine bear.
Yes, there's bears. That's also not my area. That was down south. No, I mean we had bears and stuff up here. I've seen them.
I didn't know we voted. I never got the ballot. I must have ballot must have got lost in the mail. Let's see if
imagine how that happens.
Yeah, let's see. I know Smokey. I think he's pretty fit though. Let's see how that weighs out.
Hosted by the Katmai National Park and Preserve in Alaska every year from the 23rd to the 30th
Oh,
of
this makes more
September.
sense why we've
God,
never heard of it.
Watches as Winnie and Paddington fight it out to see who is the most
We'll do a hell of a
absolute
fishing
of
trip
youths.
out there.
Absolutely.
And this year's highest calorie Kuma main has been crowned. But before that, how the f*** does Fat Bear Week work?
I'm also
Simple.
asking
See,
that,
the event
Australian
is
man.
held in the lead up to hibernation season, while all of these bears are at the peak of their bulk. Now, while it's running, the park allows the public to view live stream footage from all of their trail cams. These cameras capture all the park's brown bears,
We're just
allowing
peeping
us to
on
observe
bears
Freddy's
live?
fat ass cousins like we just got a job at fucking Fazbear Entertainment.
Species.
Each bear caught on camera is assigned a number and occasionally a name. We, the people, then vote on the contestants day by day, pitting them against one another in a fucking single elimination tournament bracket, determining with our votes which bear most closely resembles a pyro commission until one bear is crowned the victor. Now, you may think this is just some silly little event.
I agree.
But no, over the years, there has been fucking voter fraud, a manhunt for a missing high...
We made the joke. We made the joke about missing ballots.
Imagine how that happens.
Who'd thought? What flaws in the American election system? Who'd have thought? We didn't know. That's
Not
amazing.
here in America. No,
never.
And one year, the trail cams caught one contestant beating to death and eating another bear.
That is some true.
But
I'm
now,
assuming he
to answer
won.
the question you've
I
all been
think so.
waiting for, the winner of the 2025 Fat Bear Week is 32 Chunk. Winning with a broken jaw. They named that f***er after the render distance you need to load in his entire body at once.
Dude, how much salmon you think this guy puts away? Like, couple? About a few salmon?
About a few.
About a few salmon every couple of seconds. He gulps a couple salmon. That's all he does. That's why his jaw's like that. It's from chewing too much, all the fish. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so as the Aussie animal guy, I feel like I might owe you
here
some
at least
explanation.
our deer swim. I mean, this is like an Australian version of a deer.
I'm gonna
Right.
go out on a limb. Every fragment of biology that we took, I'm not remembering kangaroos being able to kick hard enough to run on the surface of the water. Pretty sure just that one lizard can do that. I'm willing to bet there's like the Jesus lizard. I'm willing to bet that there's like a sandbar there that you can't see because of how low the camera is. However, it's way funnier if that's just a really jacked kangaroo, right? Imagine if that kangaroo is just so strong, it's kicking the water and the surface tension hard enough that it's bouncing. That's a way cooler thing to think about than just, oh, it's a sandbar, whatever. That's boring. This is way cooler.
This one? That is a normal fucking Roo. No, he is not Roosus Christ. He's not the second coming, and he's not going to turn your water into wine. Alright, he might turn it into VB if you ask nice.
Get that up, yeah.
But if that's the case, how the fuck is he stealing the Son of God's passive? Well, the answer is fucking sand.
I don't like sand.
Yeah, you see, what's far more likely than a Roo being enchanted with water walking is that he's actually running on a sandbar.
Okay, good. I'm not crazy.
That's a fancy description for ocean currents piling up a load of sand into one place, creating an offshore segment of the water that's not much deeper than
not in this case.
Well, yeah, in this specific case.
Now, Roos know about sandbars, and they actually very frequently use them as a shortcut to get from A to B to find more food. So, while it looks like Skippy here is stealing Jesus' entire fucking flow, he's actually on a Macca's mish.
Let me get a...
This is the world's oldest shark.
Greenland shark.
We got a boomer.
Greenland shark.
But how old actually is it?
Wait, hold on.
Isn't it like 362 or something like that, or is it older?
It's 362, isn't it? The rumor was that there was one that was so old that it would have been around when George Washington crossed the Delaware. That was what we were told. But I think that got disproven, and they said it's more likely that it's like as old as the Civil War or whatever. So it's probably like high 200s, early 300s, which is still crazy to me. That's so old.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow people eat these. Like the Norwegians, they'll eat these things. And I don't know how they do that.
Yes.
Because they stink.
And they also eat... These sharks do eat moose carcasses, too.
Yeah, dude, they eat live moose. Because moose can dive. If a moose is like eating seaweed, they'll eat the moose. Which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That you got moose on shark violence.
Killer whales, orcas, yeah. Moose. One of the moose's natural predator is
fucking orca whales. Dude, imagine that 1v1, 20 feet underwater, Shamu versus a moose.
This absolute fossil over here is the Greenland shark. And this may come as a shock to you, but the Greenland shark is found in fucking Greenland, man.
What? Damn, I would have said Norway.
I thought it would have been Iceland.
Kaiju-sized 6 meters in length.
They're big.
And a literal fucking ton in weight. This senior citizen probably worked with Godzilla back in his fucking day. But how senior is senior? Well, you might be expecting him to say something along the lines of, 100 years, maybe 150 years, right? Try higher. No, not 200.
Prince Philip.
300
King Philip.
No, the Greenland shark can live up to 500 fucking years.
I feel like that was disproven.
I don't think you understand how old that is. So, to put it in perspective, this is Bob. Bob has just turned 500. Here is a list of things this has lived through. All 8 of King Henry's divorces. The invention of chocolate.
I remember when
that's the thing, right? That you would have had to kill it, take the vertebrae out, and then count the rings, right? Because they don't have otoliths.
Right. Yeah, but also when you take an otolith, you kill it too.
Yeah, well, I was thinking it's a shark. It can't have an otolith because that's a bone. Yeah. So you would have to take the vertebrae segment.
Otoliths. Yes, correct.
Yeah. And so it's like, that's crazy, dude. I would be so pissed. Imagine if you're like, you're 400. You're a shark, right? You're 499 years old. Your 500 birthdays in 2 days. Some scientist shows up and kills you just to count your rings, and they're like, "Damn, he didn't make 500." I'd be like, I'm haunting you guys. I'm gonna be the ghost shark from sci-fi hit movie Ghost Shark, and I'm gonna chase you guys.
First invented chocolate.
Shakespeare's entire lifespan, the Boston Tea Party, the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of the United States, the colonization of Australia, the Industrial fucking Revolution, the invention of the light bulb and adoption of electricity. The Titanic becoming a submarine. World War I, the Great Depression. World War II, the Vietnam War. The fucking moon landing and the invention of the internet. The first episode of SpongeBob. Schlatt's Crimes in 99. 2001.
Ooh, where nothing happened. YouTube.
Absolutely.
We're not gonna say it. Nothing happened in 2001 on the East Coast in North America.
No, please don't kill me, please don't, I don't want to die, please don't kill me, please don't.
Relax, man. I was just gonna shoot you in the head and kill you.
The invasion of Iraq. The global financial crisis.
Which happened for no reason. Because nothing happened to cause that. YouTube.
The death of Harambe. Australia catching fire. The virus.
Hey, that happens
and
like
it's
every
still
year.
with us today to watch fucking TikTok.
Dude, Greenland sharks. Look, I love how dopey Greenland sharks look, though. They're like almost as big as great white sharks, and they look dopey in like the best way.